Hello, my name is Robert Haas, and I have the privilege of representing Rotary International as I read this wonderful book for you. It is called Stuck by Oliver Jeffers, and it was chosen for me by a wonderful woman who works at a bookstore and said this was a terrific book that should be read, and I agree wholeheartedly. So Stuck by Oliver Jeffers. It all began when Floyd's kite became stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. I think that happens to all of us once in a while. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose, and that got stuck too. So he threw up his other shoe to knock down his favorite one, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting a little ridiculous. After throwing up his cat, Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort all of this out once and for all. And then he threw it up in the tree. I'm sure you can guess what happened. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know it, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, Floyd's front door to knock down the kitchen sink. Then the family car to knock down the front door, the milkman to knock the family car, an orangutan to knock down the milkman who surely had to be somewhere to be. A small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat, a rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance truck to knock down the rhinoceros, a house across the street to knock down the long-distance truck. This is getting ridiculous. A lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street, a curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. And they all got stuck. He's pretty strong too. A fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all. And up they went, first the engine, followed by the firemen one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. He lined it up as best as he could, and then he hurled it up into the tree. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He had forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much as he played with his kite. That night, Floyd fell asleep exhausted. Though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. What was he forgetting, I think? And that's the end of this wonderful book about Floyd and how he gets everything stuck in the tree. But in the end, he gets his kite, but everything else is up there. I hope you enjoyed this story. It's one of my favorites. Again, Stuck by Oliver Jeffers.